Good morning, good morning, good morning. OTC market seems to be gaining some momentum lately, so we'll hop right into it without further ado. Here are the 5 stocks I'm watching today. So first one up on the docket is UAMM. Now UAM had a little bit of a run last week, and it's been kind of holding these levels pretty decently. Actually had a multi-month breakout yesterday, but it wasn't sustained. It was just a quick little spike above previous highs. So what I'm looking for out of UAMM is I'm looking for some strength above that level. That's about 0.062. I want to see some strength and some volume come in. It wasn't very strong on volume yesterday. You can see that it didn't have very many strong volume candles. But breakout buyers should be starting to look at this one. So if we can get above 0.062 and hold there, I would be very interested in entering UAMM and riding it for, 20-30%, somewhere in that neighborhood. Could be a good runner. It has similarities to AXXA, actually. Not as much, but you can see AXXA had a few days of run and consolidation here before it broke out. So there's small similarities there. Anyways, on to the next one, OWUV. So this one, I'm looking for a morning panic dip buy. I think it's overextended. I don't think we're going to see any more run on this one. Now, I could be wrong, but this is just how I would trade it if it sets up for it. I'd be looking for a morning panic dip buy to the 0.15 area. You can see from the initial run up, there's a lot of resistance at the 0.15 area, and resistance becomes support when it breaks through. Right now, it's showing a gap down to 15.6, which I don't think is actually going to happen. You can see yeah, I just don't think it's going to dip down that far on a gap. I'd like to see it open right around 19 and then drop to 15. So we'll see what happens with that one. Next one is jpegs. Now, this one does not have a clean chart. Doesn't have a history of gapping. It's very choppy. I'm looking for a morning panic dip buy on this one as well. Now, one key area of support that I was able to pick up on from the chart is 0.025. So it was resistance here, and then yesterday it acted as support after it got above there multiple times. Now, this doesn't have a strong history of gap ups or anything. Now, it could gap up, not saying it's not going to, but I'd be looking for the morning panic dip buy to 0.025, and that's the only way-ish. And that's the only way that I'd play JPEX. Next one is kink. Kink, I'm actually holding overnight. As you can see from the chart, it has a strong history of gap ups after decent green days. Even when they don't close at their highs, like their little wiki, they sometimes have a gap up as well. So I'm looking for a small gap up on this one. If volume and strength comes in first thing, then maybe I'll hold on a little longer, but I'm not really expecting it to. I'm more so expecting just a little bit of a tiny little gap up, take the win, and move on. Last one, AXXA. Now, if you were watching the daily recap yesterday, I made a fair amount of money on this one on the upside. Now that we're way up there and bouncing against resistance, I'm looking for a morning panic dip buy on this one as well. Support area I kind of have pegged at 0.05. You can see from the run up yesterday, it acted as resistance and support, and there's a lot of volume being traded around that level. So if we can get a quick drop to that area, even if it breaks 0.05 by a little bit, that's actually even better. I'd like to see it, 0.048 would be ideal. Watch the level 2, wait for it to turn, hop in, take the 10% bounce, and move on to the next one. That's about all I have on my watch list so far today. Best of luck to you, and make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. We have the daily watch list just like this one that come out every morning before the market open. We also have the daily recaps where I outline how I did, what I did, and everything of that nature. We also have the Trading 101 videos in which we're building on the basics of trading, and we'll continue to put out content in that area as well. Thank you guys very much. Best of luck out there today.